And welcome back, hockey fans, as we get underway here with today's game from the Southdale Arena. And it's the second place St. Boniface Riels taking on the third place Charleswood Hawks, in which would be a good battle. Third matchup in between both these teams. And the first one went the Riels' way, and that was back here, 3-0 win at home. Dunchuk, Brzezinski, and Suk at the goal scorers in that one. And when they went back out to Charleswood for game number 2 of the 5-game season series, the Hawks took that one 3-1. Sperber, Sadowski, Briggs, the goal scorers. Magyar got the lone goals in the Riels' favor in that one. And a look at the last 5 games for each of these teams coming in here. Hawks roll in on the road on a 5-game or on a 2-game winning streak. They won 5-4 and a nail biter against the Raiders out in Seven Oaks in the game we covered, where they won that one by a tenth of a second on that last shot by the Raiders. Just did not beat the horn. A 4-0 win before that over the Royal Knights, and that is where they stand after a 3-game losing streak prior to that 5-4 to on the road against the Twins, a 7-4 loss on the road to the Canucks, and a 3-2 overtime loss at the number 1 Transcona Railway Express. Meanwhile, on the Real side of things, they come off a 3-2 loss in their last game, and that was against the St. Fratello Junior Victorias. Before that, 6-1 win against the Twisters, 3-2 overtime loss out in Stonewall, 6-5 win against the Canucks here at home, and a 2-0 loss to Transcona here as well. So playing about 500 hockey and trying to turn their fortunes here in a big game in between the second and third place team. As both teams skate out here onto the ice and we get ready to go. Leading scorers here for both these squads. On the Riels side, Cole Davis, their captain, leading the way. And in 22 games, he has 15 goals, 21 assists. Right behind him, Nathan Brzezinski, who in 18 games has 16 goals, 18 assists for 34 points. On the Hawks side of things, Tyson Sperber leading the way. In 20 games played, he has 11 goals, 22 assists, 33 points. Elliot Lewis, their captain, right behind them. And in 21 games played, he has 15 goals and 15 assists for 30 points. And we'll see you on the other side of Canada. And look at the starting goaltenders in this one. Starting in net for the visiting Charleswood Hawks, number 35, Mark Salmon. He's 9-3-1 on the campaign. Save percentage of .905. Goals against average of 3.39. And in net for the home, St. Boniface Riels, getting the start, Alex Domingo. And in his 11 games played, he has 10 wins and 1 overtime loss. No regulation losses, save percentage of .923, goals against average of 2.23. Both centermen in on the draw, and Lewis has that one pickpocketed in the bow of the captains, and we're underway. Dubois pushes it back, and he'll dump that in on the far side. Comes right in front of the goal, Hawks work it to the far side is David Johnson. Battle for the puck. St. Boniface comes free with it. And now Kalen Briggs pushes it ahead. He'll walk in. Pass across, worked away off the stick. And that one worked all the way around on the far side. Charleswood trying to calm it down. Battle for the puck. Extra skater comes out on the delayed change. And the forecheck works it free for the Hawks. And the Riels pick that one up. They'll work it ahead on the near side. And they'll dump that one in. Sam pushes it off to the corner boards. Stick battle for it. Briggs on it. He'll clear out to the far side. Comes all the way down. Calm down here. Bellinger ahead on the near side. Brzezinski. He'll center that one across. Battle for it. Van Dyne centers. Loose puck. And picked up by the Riels. Quick shot and getting the blocker on that's Mark Salmon on the near side. Brzezinski. He'll turn. Trying to work that one free. Battle for the puck in behind the goal. Dolinsky turns that one over and away from Davis and out of the zone. Riels on it. And Lambert dumps it in. Salmon leaves that for Tate Dolinsky. He'll work that one past Van Dynes. Van Dynes works it free on the near side. Van Dynes back to the point for Lambert. And Nate Morrison working away at it, trying to dig that one out. Pressure by Van Dynes. Loose puck scooped up here by the 25 of the Hawks. And picked up now by Davis. He'll clear it in on the far side. Salmon out to play it. He'll leave that into the corner boards. And off the skirmish, Morrison ahead. He'll work that to some open ice away from Stevenson. He can't reach that one. Hawks clear it in. They go for a change. Picked up now here by St. Boniface. Long stretch pass. And they'll scoop that one up on the near side. Salmon works that one to the far side. Comes back to the near side boards here for Charleswood. Now loose puck. Morrison sticks that ahead. Reno giving chase, and he can't work that one. Stick battle for it. And that one got away from Turner. Comes all the way down the ice. Shaw on the puck. And he's watched by Magger. Battle for it. Trying to jar that one free. Riels have that played back to a point. Shot through traffic. And that one off the mark. Hits the high glass. Ringer ahead on the near side. Kurlak. He'll jam that one up. Now Garino. The Ringer walks in. And that one off the blocker. Loose rebound in front for Turner. And he can't do anything with it. Held at the point here by the Hawks as they'll work it ahead. Kurlak now on it. He'll cut in. Battle for it. And the Riels sauce that across. Comes all the way out to Johnson. Johnson looks to turn up ice. 3 minutes gone in the opening frame. Ahead for Kurlak. And Kurlak walks in. He'll play it in the blocker on the glove side there. Played now by the stick across here for the Riels. Long stretch pass. And David Johnson gets on that one. He'll dump that one in. Battle for it. Comes in behind for Lambert. He'll drop that one back. Hawks pick it off. Wraparound won't go. Charleswood on the forecheck. And that one, Domingo getting the pad on it. Back to Johnson. He'll feed it ahead. Hawks had a tag at the line. Riels push up into the attack zone. Walking in and into the glove and smothered up by Mark Salmon. Stoppage in play. 16:04 on the clock. Shots 3-0 in favor of the Riels. And we await the far side draw. Carson Dubois comes in. Both number one lines up. Battle of the 19s. Dubois wins it back here. Quick shot through traffic. Skips up. And oh, just missed the goal there. As that one almost bounced in behind Salmon. Played in. Dubois to tag at the line. Ringer. He'll scoop that one up. Has Dolinsky on the near side. And he'll play it to him off the stick of Dubois. Lewis chips it ahead. Kalen Briggs walks in. Centers. Walking in on the doorstep. Feeding it on the backhand. And down goes Domingo. And the puck rolls in behind the goal. Riels scoop it up. Pushing it to the far side. And they'll cross in. Hip check breaks that one up. And quickly on that, Lewis plays it out of the zone. Domingo dumps it back in. Battle behind Salmon. He'll work that to the far side boards. Pushed ahead by Dolinsky. Puck fired in into the corner boards. And a quick whistle there will be smothered up by Salmon at 15:06. So some good scoring opportunities. Here's a look off the draw, how that one almost skipped in right away. And off the draw on the near side. Trying to hold it. Morrison works that one out. Van Dynes plays it to the far side and in. Salmon out to quickly get on that. He'll work it on the near side. Morrison out of the zone. And Bakunuk works that on into the near side boards for his squad to look up ice. Van Dynes can't cleanly play that. Brzezinski walks in, looks for a leave. Johnson on him. He'll go behind the net, works it around, back to the point. There's a shot, deflected just wide. Rebound, Salmon comes across, makes a great save, and keeps this one tied up. There's a look at the replay as Salmon able to stretch across to glove that one up. And off the draw on the near side. Cut gets past him, battle for it. Trying to work that around. Scooped up by the Riels. That one sauced to the far side. Glove down. St. Boniface stays with it. Knocked off the puck shot from the point. Blocked. Riels scoop it up. Quickly back to the point. Riels cycling. Quick shot. That one fired wide. Comes back to Lambert. Lambert holds. And he'll make one move there. Yep, and Krylak there on the back check. Jars it free for a second. Denchuk. He'll work that across. Quick shot. And that one doesn't get through the traffic and worked out of the zone. Lambert quickly fires it in. His squad tags at the line. David Johnson accepts that from his goaltender and looks to turn up ice. Krylak ahead. And Garino dumps that one in. And quick work there by Domingo. Works it away from him. As out loose puck. Played ahead here by the Riels. Center back, now Turner looks up ice, and Morrison gets bumped off the puck as he plays it in. Now on the forecheck trying to jar it free. St. Boniface clears the zone. And they walk in with numbers on the far side looking for a lane right up Broadway. And a quick stick on there to work it out of the zone by the Hawks as Morrison takes that from McPherson. All the way down, Hawks chase it on the far side, ring it off the iron. Second opportunity, and that one misses in behind the goal. Morrison trying to work it free. Comes out on the near side. Stick battle for it. Riels work that ahead. And Megger in on that puck. And he'll take a stick there. And they'll continue on as the Hawks dump it in. McPherson gives chase. Riels in their own zone. They'll knock it down. Again, looking right up the middle. Sukit comes in on the far side. Rebound came right to McPherson. He'll work it ahead. Battle for it. Scooped up here by the Riels. And they'll deflect that one in. Stays in play. Johnson works it across. Riels hold the zone into the slot. Sukit's shot goes wide. And a great opportunity there for the Riels. McPherson has that roll off his stick. He'll work that up ice. Back to Johnson. Sukit at the line. Riels have to tag. And Dubois gets onside. His squad now takes it into the attack zone. Reeve Sukit, his shot off the mark. And Munger first on that, plays it in deep off a couple sticks. Briggs works it out of the zone on the backhand. Stick battle for it. Dubois ahead on the near side. Pass played to the far side here. And the Charleswood Hawks look to turn up ice off the stick of Johnson. Turnover, walking in. Brzezinski fires that one in and smothered up. Nice stop there from the Charleswood netminder. And he'll hold on for a whistle, Salmon, as we near the midway mark of this opening frame. Shot 6-2 in favor of the Riels. And there's a look at the last replay there on the opportunity on the step down on the far side by the Hawks that rang off the iron. As they'll quickly push it in. Stevenson fires off a stick and that into the netting at 11:04. Another stoppage in play as Shaw picks up his net guard from the linesman. Another close game and low opportunities at both ends, as you would expect. And now Shaw's going to have to get substituted off due to that net guard. Tate Dolinsky comes in off the draw. Riels push it to the far side. Puck is dumped in. Dolinsky on it. He'll work that around. Picked off now. And Brzezinski out of his reach. Charleswood quickly on the loose puck. Morrison trying to work that ahead. Good work by Van Dynes. Jars it ahead. Van Dynes trying to center it. Brzezinski on that. Quick shot through traffic. Blocked and up into the netting. Stevenson getting in to block the shot. 10:38 to go in the opening frame in this one. And off the draw, Morrison. He'll work that one around. Held at the line. Davis working away with Nowinski. Walking in, and the blocker stop on the shot from Alex Van Dynes. Van Dynes picks up the rebound into the feet of Morrison. He gets tripped up, and the referee's hands stay down. Charleswood walks in, fires off the blocker, and that one hits the inboards. Loose puck as the Riels player goes down. Puck worked ahead here by St. Boniface. Brzezinski walks in, and he has a sea of black and red jerseys. Back ahead to Dolinsky. Dolinsky toe drag move, quick stick handling on the near side. Pulls it back, centers, and just couldn't get that pass to connect. Riels on the counter with three. Walk into the attack zone. And the toe drag, good work there by Turner staying with it. There's a shot, and that one blasts off the glass behind the goal. Working away at it and smothered up by Salmon at 9:34. And the Riels just with a couple more opportunities early on in this one than the Hawks. Both goaltenders doing their job early on. And there's that opportunity there for the Riels. Off the draw. Johnson behind his own goal, works it to the far side. And Ringer gets it back to Johnson. Puts on the brakes. Looks for the feed up ice. Kulak now. Passes that, and that's into the skates. Nice move there. Ringer stays with it. And can't work that to Garino. Looking for the feed up ice. Johnson trying to pick that one up. Comes into the attack zone. And Lucia are now on it. He'll play that back. And that one rolls just enough to get out of the zone. Domingo fires that in on the far side. His squad stays with it. Bakunuk putting on the brakes. Puck picked off. Kulik ahead. And Ringer walks in. His squad with three. Makes a move, and that shot just off the mark. Riels quickly, they'll split the D on the head pass, but able to get back there. Morrison breaks up the opportunity. Comes into the corner boards and pushed out to the far side for Ringer. Ringer looks ahead. Kulik on it, and that pass gets blocked. Another opportunity, clears it out. Morrison against Lambert. Lambert works it to the far side away from him. And that stick check. Works that free, comes all the way down, and it's an icing. So good stick check there by Charleswood, and now they get the attack zone face-off out of it as they'll set up a new lineup here. Awaiting the far side draw. Lewis out there, number one line on the ice. Taking on Dubois. And off the draw. Riels, they win that. They look to go up ice on the near side. And they'll work it again. All the way around. Magger on that. And centering. Great opportunity there in front. Smothered up for a whistle as Simon holds on for the whistle. Fresh set of forwards out on the ice here as now the number one line comes out for the favorable matchup. Both 19 set on the draw. One back to Lambert via Carson Dubois across to Sukit. His shot through traffic. Flash of the leather as a return from Mark Salmon. And there's a nice little face-off when you can see. Strolls in, trying to set up a shot, and That one pretty easy into the glove. Salmon sees it the whole way. 7:55 on the clock. Lambert with it. Walks in, fires through traffic wide. Rebound. And that one couldn't go. Lambert again. And didn't get enough on that. Briggs to go the other way. He'll clear it in. Pearson on that one, giving chase. And Domingo plays away from him, trying to get out to Sukit. Vigerson on it. Backhand opportunity right at the doorstep for Charleswood. Trying to jar free, loose puck into the slot. And they couldn't get a stick on it. Stevenson plays it to the far side. Ringer now into the scoreboard. There's a shot. Sticked wide. And Briggs trying to get the deflection right in front. Domingo holds on for a whistle at 7:22. Shots 10-6 in favor of the Riels. Good opportunities at the other end of the ice here on the counter from the Hawks. Unable to stop Domingo as Shaw will join in his pairing with Ringer at the line. Off the draw. St. Boniface controls in their own zone. Van Dynes, cross ice pass off the mark. And that's scooped up by the Hawks. Morrison into the attack zone. He'll feed it across. Ringer's shot, and that went right into the pads. And held on for a whistle by Domingo at 7:06. And Stevenson right for the near side draw. And off that one, Riels push it to the far side. Battle for the puck. And that one worked now onto the near side boards. Calmed down by the Riels. Now they'll clear that one out. Gets past Shaw, but the icing is waved off by the linesman. And that one played up to Morrison. Morrison to the far side. Gets past Balkanuk. Icing waved off. Good chase there. It's cleared all the way down the ice. And now an icing coming here against the Riels brings us to stoppage in play. Guarino set on the drop. And he'll lose that one as the Riels control off the icing in their own zone. Guarino on it. He'll work that down low. And Kerlick now picks that one up. To the point. Quick shot. That goes wide on the near side. Van Dynes ahead. He'll play that one over to Davis. Back to Van Dynes. And that opportunity there, trying to sneak that in on the backhand, is read the whole way by Salmon. He'll hold on for a whistle. And there's a little back and forth opportunity from Davis across to Van Dynes. Salmon stays with it. And we get ready here off the draw. Skirmish for it. David Johnson works it to the far side to Nate Turner. And he tries to clear that out of the zone. Guarino works it out all the way down, and that's going to be an icing. Charged against the Hawks. Comes back into the Hawks zone. 5:58 to go. Shots 11-7 in favor of the Riels. Clean game so far. And Guarino wins the draw back. On the near side, Charleswood trying to work it free as Lucier gets a stick on that, works it and knocks that down. It's a high stick, waved off, and it's a goal. And Turner right away. We'll have a look at the replay. They're going to say a Hawks player touched that. And it's 1-0 for the Riels. And here's a look at the replay. And that's hard to see from that angle if the Hawks player touched it first or not. The referee was right there and said he did. So the Riels open up the scoring. McPherson trying to knot it right back up. Domingo holds on for a whistle at 5:34. So Exposa and Voodoo gets the goal, and Danchuk opens the scoring up in this one. Dolinsky plays it to the far side. Sauce pass into the zone. Off the mark. Tate Dolinsky on it. And he'll play that to Ringer on the far side. Off a stick. Up to Morrison. He'll walk in. On the backhand, sticked away by Lambert. Trying to work it free. Comes to Sukit on the near side. Sukit plays that one back and all the way across now. Before trying to pick that one up off the boards. Works it to Magger. He'll walk in. Sukit now with it. Cuts in behind the goal. Sticked away by Salmon. Battle for the puck. Riels trying to come free with it. And the Hawks push it up the far side. Charleswood into the zone. Pearson lays the hit. McPherson comes free with it. Off the side of the net. Loose in front. And that'll come into the corner boards off Domingo all the way down the ice. Johnson's back, and that'll be an icing against the Riels at 4:34. Off the draw. Pearson, and he tried to keep that one with him, unable to do so on the back check. Good work there by Dubois, and now cleared in. Lambert on it. The squad up by a goal in this one on the near side. Pass now picked up. Walking in, right back to Dubois. Makes the move, walks in, fires, and Salmon read that the whole way. Right in on him. He'll smother up for a whistle. 4:08 to go. Shots 13 to 8. I'm your host, Bentley Brandt, in favor of the St. Boniface Riels. Dubois getting ready here for the attack zone faceoff on the near side. Dubois against Stevenson. Stevenson works that one back, and a nice faceoff win for him. Hawks can't clear the zone. Takes a weird bounce off the dasher. And that one doesn't get out of the zone. Kicked into the corner boards. Enough on that deflection. Battle for the loose puck. Stevenson works it across and out of the zone. Stevenson scoops that one up. Quick shot. Kicked into the corner boards. Johnson on the rebound. Now Morrison with it. And he'll continue to dig away at that one. Stevenson in to help out, as well as another Hawks player, as Van Dynes was in there. Now he'll watch out. Battle continues on in that far corner board. And they're not going to blow it. Dead, and that loose puck now worked free as Van Dynes plays that all the way down after that long skirmish. David Johnson ahead and walking in. Briggs cuts in. And he gets tangled up there. Slew of Riels on him as he continues to work it away. Bakunuk on him. Bakunuk now ahead. Takes the hit from Briggs. Loose puck, and that one played in on Domingo. He'll leave that for one of his defensemen and looks to turn up ice. Long stretch pass off Van Dynes and in. Salmon. He'll play that to the far side. And Van Dynes finds that puck on his stick. He'll work it away from Briggs to the near side boards. Dumped in by Domingo, and Zachary Domingo plays that in. Picked up by the other 15 on the ice as Tate Dolinsky works that across for his defensive pairing up to Briggs. Briggs working away at that, but Brzezinski comes out of the zone. Puck played in. Charleswood on the loose puck. 2:10 to go here in the opening frame. 1-0 for the Riels in front of the home crowd. Dolinsky ahead. He'll work that one up ice all the way down. Stays with it. Puts on the brakes. He'll get knocked down. Walking into it. Kurlik shot. And that one right into the glove for a stoppage and play at 1:53. Shots 13 to 11 in favor of the Riels, up by 1. Off the draw. Turning and firing. And that one worked wide. Stick battle for it. Gets away from Lambert. And now he'll get it right back. He'll play it to the far side, trying to kill some time here for his squad. Puck works its way all the way down. Kurlik on it, icing waved off. And the Riels trying to possess that one. Loose puck to the point. There's a shot. We got our game's first penalty coming up as the referee's hand comes in the air. It's a power play coming up for the Charleswood Hawks. And it's a tripping call. And there's a replay. Look at the trip. Pretty easy call there. Hawks power play. First in the league, 24.7%. Riels penalty kill second, 88.8%. As Jack Billis guilty of the trip. Puck on the near side for the penalty killers, and they'll just lift that one down. And Ringer plays that to the far side. Opening power play of the game. And Verson quickly fires it across. Hawks play it in and go give chase. 64 seconds remaining in the opening frame. Ringer, he'll work it across. Looking around now for it. Back to Ringer. Ringer, he'll feed that one on. Verson's shot ticked away. And he'll get on that rebound. Foul for it. Longer trying to work that free. Stick foul continues on. And that one's won by the Riels. Nice backhander, clears the zone all the way down. Good work there by Lambert. His squad goes for a change, gets new penalty killers out. 30 seconds remaining in the opening frame. Ahead on the far side. Back to Dolinski. He's got 20. Dolinski circles back behind his own goal. Watched by Davis, turns up ice, and that pass just off the mark there to Stevenson. Miscommunication. Picked up by Morrison. He'll circle back, and that's going to do it here for the opening frame. Maybe one last rush. He's got 3 seconds. Up to Dolinski, and that's going to do it as the horn goes. 1-0 for the Riels. 35 seconds remaining on the man advantage for the Hawks when we return after the opening intermission. Shots 13-12, and that one being the difference maker here for Danchuk and his squad, the lone goal in this one. And with that, we'll take a look at the O-Town scoreboard. In the MJHL, 5 games on. 3 others already in action as well. Twins Express on right now out in Transcona. Lamar Barinko and Barinko, the goal scorers for the Twins. Meanwhile, Caution, Vandenbush, and Larkins as the Express are doubling up the Twins 4-2. Shots 33-18 in favor of the Express. And that one has played 40 minutes there. Also 40 minutes gone in Seven Oaks. And the lone goal for them from Wilson, Richardson, Reynolds, and Yoroki, the goal scorers for the Royal Knights. They lead that one 3-1, even though the Seven Oaks is out shooting them 24-18. Out in Stonewall, Slatcher, Vitelli, and Smith, the goal scorers in that one, as they're blanking right now. The Victorias 3-0 in that one. 5:48 to go in the middle period. In that one, the nightcap game from Morris will be covered by Graham, and we'll have that one for you as the Pemmon Valley Twisters host the Junior Canucks for the first time of this campaign after the Canucks taking the first 2 meetings in St. James. With that, I'm your host, Bentley Brandt, along with my cameraman, Troy McDougall, and we'll see you on the other side of the opening intermission. And welcome back as we get ready to go here. Second period action coming your way here from Southdale. 35 seconds on the power play for the Hawks as both teams stroll into the draw. Garganchuk opening it up with his third goal of the campaign at 14-16. We got a couple assists that will get you on at the intermission that they added. And puck worked quickly off the draw into the Hawks penalty, or into the Hawks bench. We got stoppage in play. Jack Billiash, who's currently serving the penalty, picked up the assist, as well as Kale Lucier picked up the assist, picked up the secondary assist on that. So his second point with the Riels off the draw. Puck's worked across. Hawks try and work that one in down low. And they'll cycle it back to the point. Ringer looks, plays that along. And Verson in behind the goal. Lewis in front. And the tangle up as that puck's cleared all the way down by Davis. Scooped up by Ringer. And he'll put that one up ice as we hit even strength. Opening power play goes away as that's centered by Lewis and no one there to get a stick on it. Cleared out of the zone, quickly fired in by Dowinski. As Brzezinski works it ahead. He'll now stay with that. Walks in, fires off the stick of Ringer. Stays with it, plays it back. And Ringer working that one free. Controlled by the Riels, down low. Centering, Brzezinski fires. And into the skates as the Hawks look to turn up ice. Hawks ahead on the near side. Walking in, and they're going to call Dowinski at the line on the offside. Oh, so close, 18:44 to go. Here in the middle period, shots in the frame, 1-1 for either side. And Stevenson loses that one back. Backenook works that ahead. And battle for it. Played in now here all the way down by Dubois. Scooped up and cycled back is Dowinski. Now he'll get it on the give and go. In behind the goal, looking to turn up ice. He'll play it to the far side, right up Broadway. And that one comes out. Bakunuk ahead. Riels put on the brakes. And Sukit enters the attack zone on the far side. Walks in. Looks for a centering opportunity. Unable to find one. Plays her back to the point. And he'll get that one from Lucier. Puck in behind the goal. Stick battle ensues on for it. Battling around, trying to cycle it in front as Anderson cuts in front. There's a shot, and that one knocked up. Good stop there by Salmon, keeping it out of the goal. There's opportunity. Dubois centers at the doorstep, and somehow again that stays out. It's in. And the Riels expand their lead to 2. Skirmish in front. Salmon was down, made a handful of great saves. And Carson Dubois knocks that one in for the Riels' second of the afternoon. Here's a look at the replay. Great sprawling out save by Salmon, and the rebound looks like it trickled through, or hard to see from that angle, or else a long stretch of the stick there by Dubois knocked that one home. In behind Salmon, puck cleared in off a stick. Shaw picks it up. His squad now down by 2. Nolan Anderson picks up the assist. Big hit behind the play. Scooped up by Zachary Domingo. And he'll turn that one up by Shaw. Scoops it up. He'll work that one away from Magger. And that pass off the mark to Turner. Van Dyne scoops it up. Clark watching him. Good stick foul for it. Shaw comes free. And he'll try and work that up ice. Now circling back. Krlik now on it. Ahead on the near side to Turner. Longer on the loose puck. That one worked off the stick of Garino. He'll come by and pick that one up behind the attacking goal. Knocked down. Couple big hits there as Krlik gets in on the attack zone action with the physicality. Puck cleared out. Dowinski on it. Watched by Magger. Dolinski ahead on the near side. Big collision there again in front of the Riels entrance. Riels stretch the line, they stay on side. And Lambert works that one around, trying to find a feed. Looking, fires that one through some traffic, loose puck. Shot goes wide from Belish. Battle for it. And Belish has that one played back. Loose puck. And a dive there. The Hawks pick it up. Kurlik with it across. Ringer plays it back. And one too many passes in there. Lambert gets his stick back before Stevenson can fire. Ringer gloves that down, works it across. Battle for it to Lehman. Lehman cycles around with it. Ringer fires. Stopped, loose puck at the doorstep and just worked wide of the goal. In tight, good opportunities there. As that puck's cleared all the way down and smothered up for a whistle by Salmon, and he's unhappy with the referee of that early whistle. McPherson getting in there with one of the Riels players. Here's a look at how close the Hawks were to getting on the board, right on the doorstep there. And good opportunity there for Karsten Ross. Just couldn't knock that one past the stretched out goaltender of Domingo. Off the draw. Puck worked across. McPherson now with it. And that one worked off the stick of Ross. Loose puck, quick shot by Van Dynes, trying to go high glove side. A little bit too high as that one comes all the way back to his own blue line. Picked up by Brzezinski. Brzezinski ahead. And he'll dump that one in. Kicked into the corner, boards off the stick. Loose puck. And Ross trying to work that free. Now picked up by the Riels in tight. Hawks getting a stick on it, trying to work it out. Bokniak's shot is blocked. And Charleswood off the glass. Can't get it out. Second effort. Glove down by Charleswood. Held at the zone, though, by Brzezinski, who cuts in front. Stick battle for it. Played wide of the goal by Davis. Held at the point. Walking into that one. And loose in front on the opportunity. Salmon falls down and holds on for the whistle. Here's a look at the replay. Domingo fires it in from the point and off the Zachary Domingo shot. The skirmish ensues. Salmon falls back on the loose puck. Keeps this one a 2-goal game. Verson out there on the attack for Charleswood as they try and get back into this one. Off the draw. Hawks with it. And they'll work that out of the zone. Off the stick of Lambert. Picked up now by Dubois. Dubois plays it back to Lambert. And calling for it ahead is Anderson. And Nolan Anderson takes that into the skates. So Dubois comes back to stay on side as Bollinger plays it up on the far side. Lambert way up in the play. Picks that one up on the rush. As they cycle the defense here for the Riels. With Dubois going back to take Lambert's place as they'll flip back. As the Hawks try and work it ahead to make some offense here as that one rolls away from them. Charleswood fires that in on the near side. Domingo out to play it. He'll leave that. Briggs gives chase. Bollinger on the near side. Ahead, knocked down by Dolinski. And all the way in on Salmon, and he'll smother that one up with the Riels player chasing down on him. So both teams now here getting set, ready to go. Wodowich on the draw. And that loose puck picked up by Ross as he tries to work that out of the zone. Bokniak clears that one all the way in. And Krestenrich works that across. Battle for it. Stevenson across. Bokniak. He'll play it across for his defensive pairing. Put into the corner boards here by Salmon. 7 gone here in the middle frame as we're near the midway mark of this hockey game. Right up Broadway, Hawks with 3. Across, firing, and that one at the doorstep. Laid there for Morrison, just not enough to get on that. He'll work it across, deflection, and getting the pad down to Minko. Good couple of opportunities there for Karsten Ross as that puck worked all the way down. Battle for it off the stick of Ross and down. And Lucia plays that one ahead as he'll take a hard hit. Hawks played into the zone. They got tagged. They stay on side now. Feet ahead and into the skates. Good play there to come back for Charleswood. Stick battle for it. And that one comes free by Lucien. And he'll play that in behind the goal. Smothered up by Salmon. And there's an extra shot that Shaw took from, looked like that was Lucien in there on the stick of the 8. And referee's letting it be for the time being. Shot totals 21-17. Riels by 2. As the Riels win the draw. Now played back here for the Hawks. Charleswood ahead. Bonga gets his stick on that pass. Turner, his squad tags at the line. Pass across. And off the stick for Charleswood. Comes all the way in. Bonga picks it up. Chased by Turner and Kurlik. Loose puck. Hawks break that one up. Now pushed up ice. And Kel Lucier plays that one across. Trying to get a stick on it. Unable to do so. Dewinski. He'll look to turn up ice. And the Hawks walk in. They'll leave that one back. Charleswood cycles around his Kurlik. And he'll force that one in behind. Off a stick. Scooped up. Walking in on the back end. Now cycled back. And to the point there away from Lambert. On the pass from Mitchell. Looking up ice on the near side. Deflected in by Davis. 11 to go in the frame. Off the turnover. Scooped back up by Morrison. Morrison looks up ice. Foul for the puck. Comes to Lambert. He fires. Deflected. Blocker. And that one kicked off the pad. Trying to feed that to the open man. Hawks pick it off. Charleswood to go the other way. Van Alstyne's pass across is picked off. Quick counter here for the Riels. Sliding on the back end. Salmon goes down. Smothers up at 10:35. And there's a look there on the replay on the rush from the Hawks. And off the drop. Battle for it. Cycle back. Loose puck. And that one gloved by the Riels. Played now here by Turner to wave off the hand pass. Walking in, Verson puts on the brakes to Lewis. Walks in just a little too high. Rebound. Briggs scores! And the Hawks have cut the Riels lead into 2. Good rush there by Lewis to open it up. And Briggs takes the rebound and fires that one in past Domingo. 2-1 game. Here's a look at the replay. And there's the quick pass across that just misses the mark. Briggs so picks up the rebound, knocks that one in before the net pops off the moorings. So Briggs from Lewis. Time of the goal, 9:49. And the Hawks on the board looking for Mars. That one's cleared in. Bucking up. And Nathan Vickerson picks up the assist as well. On the near side, Vickerson looking for another point as he'll pick that one up. Briggs, he'll go in for a line change. Stevenson off his stick, and he'll work that ahead. Hawks looking to tie it right here on the attack with the good push. Ross digging away behind the goal, comes free, spin move, cycles in for a quick shot, and the pad down on that from Domingo as Morrison trying to tie that one up. Now Anderson takes it into the attack zone for the Riels. As he'll cycle this one around, wraparound opportunity off the side of the goal. Tate Dewinski cycles away from some defenders, played back And Charleswood scoops up the loose puck. That one fluttered up off a shin pad and now calmed down as Morrison plays that into the center ice. He comes back though, trying to scoop that one up, battling away with Sukit. And Dubois now working in it. Morrison jars that free. Quick shot by Ringer. Kicked into the corner boards. Stevenson gets a stick on that. Sukit tries to lift that past the lone defender there, Dolinsky. And Dolinsky now ahead. Karsten Ross. Ross walks in. Fires that one. Kicked away. Sukit on it. His team under some siege here on some new life found by this Charleswood Hawks team. As they get back into this one, shots 24-20, 2-1 game. And we got a misconduct coming. Or interference. Say it should be misconduct. So Riels go to the sin bin and the Hawks get the second man advantage of the night. Hawks 0 for 1. There'll be a near side draw. Briggs on the ice. Ready to go. Lewis in on the circle. Lewis wins that one back. Van Alstyne. Pass across. Hawks fire through traffic on the doorstep. Briggs scores! And Briggs, his second of the game. Two quick ones from Kalen Briggs ties this one up at 2 apiece. The power play coming through for the first time on the second opportunity for the Hawks. And there's a look at the replay as Briggs just knocks that one in. Past Domingo, good work in front to work it free. And the Hawks nod this one up with 8:17 to go. So Briggs at 11-13. Nods it up. There's another quick shot. Turner can't get the rebound. Trying to make it 3 quick ones here for Charleswood. Hawks play that one into the zone. And Domingo covers that one up with Turner staring him down. So Ringer comes to the draw. He picked up the assist on the latest Hawks goal. As the Hawks tie the game up, Kurlik works that one away from Davis at the line. Bunger on it. He'll work it ahead. This squad now looking for some counter. Turner plays that one in. Bunger up off a couple sticks into the zone. Shaw looks back, has Brzezinski on him, plays it to the near side boards. Charleswood tries to cycle that one free. Back to Shaw. Long stretch pass off the mark for Turner. Icing waved off. Bunger takes a spill and no! The referee's hand goes up and I don't think Turner caught him. Here's a look at the replay as Riels go to their first man advantage, and I mean the stick is there. I don't think he ever touched him though. But that's just my opinion on that. Riels get their first power play as Turner goes to the sin bin for 2 minutes. Time of the penalty 12:41. Riels power play. Second in the league, 23.5%. The penalty kill for the Charleswood Hawks, third at 86.4 off the draw. Circling back now, Bakunuk looks, waits, plays that one along, gets it right back at the line. Shot through traffic, deflected just wide of the goal. And that one comes out and gloved into the zone. It's an offside against the Riels at 6:57. Off the draw. Bakunuk. He'll work it across. And dumped in by his squad. They'll give chase. Dolinsky on the loose puck. Fires that one away from Anderson. Sneaks past the defender. And all the way down. Bunger couldn't get a stick on that. Comes in behind for Domingo. And he'll leave that for Bakunuk. Bakunuk to work up ice. off the stick of Garino, trying to create a short-handed opportunity. 70 seconds on the man advantage. Bagger fans on it, and they're going to say it's onside. As the Hawks put their hand up, they thought that was an offside play. Dolinsky gets knocked down, trying to work it free from him is Van Duns. Magger centers in front, stick battle loose in front, and able to get a stick on that is Salmon. Bakanuk accepts that pass and gives it right back here to his captain, Davis to Bakanuk. Bakanuk shot deflected at the line, loose in front, a stick on that, and the Hawks clear all the way down. Picked up by Davis. And he'll work that across for the Riels. Walking in. Back to the point. Looking to Lambert. And that went off a couple sticks. One-timer. Sauce is wide and in behind the goal. Back now in front for Lambert. At the point, quickly cycled it across. Walking in on the opportunity for Mitchell. Puck gets cleared. 5 seconds to go. And a quick clear, trying to get the Hawks on a line change. Suket walks in. Man advantage over. Even strength. Davis cycles all the way around. Suket in front. Davis still with it on his stick as he'll work that to the forehand. And a good blade on that one there by Ringer. Second opportunity, rings off the iron. And there's what the Riels thought was a blatant trip behind the play. We stay alive. Vigorson walks in, stays with it, trying to tuck it home. Still loose in front. And Domingo stays down to stay with it. Keeps this game tied. And now free for Briggs. Looking for the hat trick there. Domingo works it cautiously away from him. 4:33 on the clock. And slapped into the zone as the Riels. Pass across from Van Alstyne. Now picked up by Bakanuk. Fires swarm of bodies in front. I think that hit his own guy. As it looks like Luciero is down. As he makes his way to the box, or to the bench gingerly. Picked up Ringer. Walks in. Has a lane. Cycles back. Quick shot through traffic. And that one just trickled wide. Hawks. Kurlek. And he's knocked down. Battle for it. Bakanuk in it. And he'll scoop that one up on the backhand. 3:48 to go. He'll dump it in. Van Duyn's on it. And he's pinned by Dolinsky. Kurlek now free for Bakanuk. Bakanuk. His shot through traffic is blocked. Van Duyn's gets knocked down in front. Loose puck works it out. And Zachary Domingo plays it in. Battle now works its way to the far corner boards. Hawks pick up the loose puck. 3:20 to go. Here in the second. Walking in Dolinsky. He gets tangled up. Quick shot. Domingo with the stop. Rebound. Kurlek tied up. Tries to work it free. Van Duyn's on it. And off a glove picked up by Magger. And that's a glove pass against the Riels. 3:04 to go. 2 quick ones here. And looking for 3 unanswered. Here's a replay, as I thought there was a trip there behind the play. Didn't catch that on the replay as Vigorson walks in, and the pad stayed down for Domingo the whole time. Keeping this one knotted up even. Off the draw, Charleswood wins that one back, fires it in. Riels on the loose puck. Turnover, Ross in front. Morrison missed. He had an open cage and just couldn't get enough on it. Ross held at the line and worked across. Big collision in behind the goal, picked up by Wodowich. And he'll turn that one over. Ross fires too high on the glove side, and that one comes out. As Crestenrich plays it in, goes for a change. Bollinger on the loose puck. 2:27 to go in the second. Good scoring opportunities as both these teams have come alive on the offensive side of things. Johnson outdoes Wodowich to the loose puck. And now on the near side. Cleared in by Ross. He gives chase. Stevenson chasing behind the play. Morrison works it free. Ross turns, fires wide of the goal. Suke picks it up, and he'll look ahead walking in. Looking, Anderson, Davis right there. And they couldn't get that one on goal. Good work there by Johnson. As the goaltender's Salmon's water bottle is out at the bottom corner of the trapezoid. Right where that puck gets played off the goaltender's water bottle. Loose puck. Johnson feeds that across. The referee picks up the water bottle as it made its way to the far side of the trapezoid. Big hit in there, but that's going to make an opportunity for a 3-on-2 for Charleswood. A back to Johnson, fires deflected just wide on the opportunity for Ross, who calls for a change. Same with Ringer. Walking in, and that one dropped back, loose in front and knocked in. And the Riels are back in the lead. Evan Lambert on the second opportunity with 69 seconds left in the frame makes it 3-2. And it thought like Salmon had it to cover up for the whistle. And Lambert didn't give up on the play, played through the whistle and charged it into the empty cage. So a good opportunity, as we talked about at the other end of the ice, for the Hawks. And here's a look at this one that just trickles through. And Lambert makes sure that that one goes in. It's 3-2. Brzezinski looking for more as he'll walk in. That one comes out, so Sukit to Lambert on the goal. Lewis, his squad trying to tie it up before the horn. Puck worked away. Charleswood on it. Back to the point for Ringer. His shot deflected just wide of the goal. Battle for it on the near side. Lewis trying to jar free. 30 seconds remaining here in regulation, or in the second, mind you that, as that one smothered up at 28.8 seconds. Off the draw. Picked up by the Riels. And Zachary Domingo clears it all the way down. Icing waved off. And that one will be smothered up by Salmon with 19.2 seconds to go. And some extra physicality now after the whistle between both these squads. Shot totals 27-26. Both teams with 14 shots in the frame. And Bakunuk's got to get his helmet back on. He's ready to go. Off the draw, Stevenson tries to work that one out. Battle for it. And held at the line by Lambert. Lambert on the back end. Cuts to the forehand, looking for a quick shot. Smothered up by Salmon. Loose puck, jamming away. That horn goes. 1.9 seconds in the frame. And before the draw, Bush gets waved. Danchuk comes in, and he'll win that one back. Can't get a quick shot. There's the horn. We played 40 in this one. It's a 1-goal lead for the Riels after 40 minutes of play. And we'll take a quick look here at the out-of-town scoreboard. And the scoring summary first for this period. And it started off with the Riels killing off the opening power play of the game for the Hawks. Carson Dubois then with his 7th from Nolan Anderson at 2:19 made it a 2-0 lead for the Riels. Kalen Briggs with his 11th from Nathan Vigorson and Elliot Lewis at 9:49. Got the Hawks on the board. He picked up his 12th then on the man advantage from Ethan Lewis and Ridley Ringer at 11:43. And then Evan Lambert gave the Riels the lead with his 7th from Reeve Sukit at 18:51. The penalties to report, Nolan Anderson, he had a slash at 11:35, and Hayden Turner with the trip at 12:41. Shots on goal for the frame for the Charleswood Hawks. They had a total of 14, giving them a two-period total of 26. Riels with 15 for a two-period total of 28. And the scores around the league coming in here. We got a final out in Transcona. The Railer Express win their 13th straight game as the Twins fall short by a score of 6-2, dropping their third. And Cochin and Vandenbush and Pruden, as well as Larkin, Sylvester, and McCure, the goal scorers for Transcona. Lemur and Borenko, the goal scorers on the Twin side of things. Shots in that one was 33-18 for the Railer Express. We also have a final in Seven Oaks, as it was a comeback win for the Raiders. Took an extra period, got it done in overtime with a 4-3 win. Game winner on that one going to Logan Ash, as Wilson, Urenko, and Kushner, the goal scorers, and Richardson, Reynolds, and Urolke, the goal scorers for the Royal Knights as they blow a 3-0 lead in that game. Shots 36-26, the final statistics in that for the Raiders, who get their first win coming off their last loss. Meanwhile, for the Victorias, they still find themselves in a hole, and they got a lot of work to do with 10:41 remaining in the third, trying not to drop their 6th straight game. Slatcher, Vitale, Smith, Bateman, and Garshinsky, the goal scorers for the Jets. They're up 5-0, outshooting the Victorias 34-22. 10:41 again remaining in regulation in that game. And again, the nightcap game, we'll have that live for you from Morse, and Graham will be doing the play-by-play on that as the St. James Junior Canucks host the Pembine Valley Twisters. Puck drop time is 7 p.m. for the nightcap. With that, I'm your host, Bentley Brandt, along with my cameraman, Troy McDougall. We'll see you on the other side of the second break in this one. 3-2 Riels lead following 40. And we get ready here for some third period action between both these squads. 3-2 game. Shots 28-26 in favor of the Riels. And we are underway. Van Dines plays that across. His squad with a late goal from Lambert has broken the tie. And they're looking for more quickly here as that one fired up, worked ahead. And out on the near side. Johnson. He'll dump that one in. Briggs going after there. He's got 2 goals so far. Picked up, walking in. Davis puts on the brakes, cycles around. Centers now to the top of the slot. Cycling back. Lambert with the difference maker. In front. And Brzezinski can't get an insurance goal. As the Riels looking to make their second 2-goal lead of the game. Puck's cleared all the way down. Brzezinski's back. And we got an icing. 55 seconds gone here in the third. And again, quick scoring recap for that last period. Dubois opened it up at 2:19. At 9:49, Kalen Briggs, and then followed by a power play goal for his second of the game at 11:43. And then Evan Lambert with his 7th. And the difference maker, 69 seconds left in the frame. Briggs dumps it in. His squad goes for a change. Riels look up ice on the far side. In front, Dubois cuts back. And a pass off the boards. Hawks read that one and play it perfectly. Now here's another opportunity as Dolinski goes back to scoop it up on the near side. Picked up by Morrison. And he'll work that one across. Riels. They cut ahead through some traffic. Bouncing puck. And Gittenwich takes a hard hit there trying to work that free. And now Ross plays that one back and out on the near side. Dumped all the way around by Zachary Domingo. He goes for a change. Ringer ahead. Ross's pass doesn't connect there. Picked up by Dolinski and dumped in. No icing as that one goes in on goal for the first registered shot of the frame. 2 gone. Puck dumped in. Salmon plays that to the far side. Stick battle for it. Sook it back to the point. Across for Bunger. Bunger plays it right back. Toe drag on the opportunity. Cutting in front. Lambert shot wide. Rebound. Smothered up right at the post. And held on for a whistle by Salmon. 17:37 on the clock as this game rolls just as you'd expect if you followed the first 2 meetings as we mentioned. Both teams winning the opening match at home. 3-1 and 3-0 the scores in that one. So a 3-2 game in favor of the home squad. Right on par with how this series has been going so far in between these 2 teams throughout the regular season. Battle for it. And that one off the lumber. Scooped up and picked up by the Hawks. Garino with it. And that one worked off his stick. Scooped up now by Johnson. And he has that worked away from him. And Mayer walks in, fires just wide of the goal. As Wodowicz comes in, penalty coming here. As Wodowicz made some contact with Salmon, I don't think that's the call though, it was after. And let's see if we can catch it here on the replay. And now we got some extracurriculars following the whistle. And it might have been that goaltender interference did come up a little bit late. Here's a look at the replay. And there he comes in, gets a piece of salmon. And correction there, it wasn't on Wodowicz, it was on Mager. Hawks power play, 50% on the evening. As they'll win that across. And Ringer plays that down low, gets it right back. Fires deflection in front. And couldn't get that one to work its way past Domingo. Hand pass charged against the Hawks as Lewis looked to turn and fire. 6:46 in regulation. Off the draw. Battle for it. Riels play that one off the glass. Knocked down by Ringer going to a shortstop play. And that puck cleared in by Domingo on the far side. First one on that. And Van Alstyne looks to turn up ice. He'll walk that ahead into the attack zone. And now Vigerson plays that all the way around to the far side. And Briggs couldn't get his stick on that. Comes all the way out. Van Alstyne on it. 77 seconds to go in the man advantage. Vigerson cuts up ice. He'll work it up Broadway. Pass off the mark. No icing called. Bunger on it. Final minute here as we hit the back half of the man advantage. Off the glass and in for the Riels. Johnson on the loose puck. Ahead to Ringer. Picked up by Stevenson. And on the stick work there. Worked in by Bunger. Good work by his crew. They got 35 seconds to kill off as Kurlak looks up ice. Walks in. And he rolls that one all the way around for Morrison in behind the goal. He takes a hard hit. Loose puck. Hawks push in as Dolinsky. Battle for it. And that went off the stick and now jars itself free. And all the way down the ice. Johnson will scoop that up. He'll have 12 seconds by the time he catches up to it on the man advantage. Johnson in behind his goal. And that's going to do it. He'll play that ahead. And we're even strength. Dolinsky works it across. As Riels getting caught up on a line change, Stevenson works it ahead and plays it in behind the goal. Bakunuk on it. Watched by McPherson. Cuts to the near side. Long clear off a couple sticks. Picked up. Suk it across. Van Dynes fires off a stick, bouncing up in the air and snatching it out of harm's way is Salmon. We got stoppage in play. There's a look at the replay. 14:30 to go in regulation. Shots totals 30-29 in favor of the Riels. Up by one off the stick of Lambert, his 7th of the campaign. Charleswood off the glass and out. Zachary Domingo ahead. And that one worked in here by the Riels. Shaw plays it across. And McPherson cuts up looking for the pass. And he'll work it to the far side instead. Ringer gets that one back, plays it back to Shaw. Shaw. Long stretch pass picked up. Popping the bottle. Van Dyne strikes. And they double up. It's the Hawks here. Their second 2-goal lead. A turnover. Van Dynes makes them pay. And here's a look at the replay. Van Dyne's just cycling out there. Sees the turnover. Pops the bottle past Salmon. And it's the ex-Pembina Valley Twister. Part of the big trade a couple years ago. And really got the push that this Riels team needed to win themselves a championship. He comes in here and makes this one another 2-goal lead for the Riels. Van Dyne's unassisted as Briggs plays that ahead. Picked off here by Charleswood. Vigerson. And he's rubbed out of the play. Battle for it. Briggs picks it up. Vigerson shot. Oh, just off the mark. Rebound was there. Battle for it. Briggs stays with it. As we came off so close to tying this one. Right again within one, mind you that. As Lucia plays it across. Walking in. Davis is out, worked away from him. Bakunuk walks in to the attack zone, plays through a hook. Referee's hand comes up. They get the call, and it's a hooking call coming against the Hawks here, so we'll go to the man advantage for the Riels. Here's a look as the Riels came close to getting that one right back, and that shot there by Verson just missed the mark on the pass from Briggs. Riels' second man advantage, 0 for 1 so far. And Mashinsky on the draw. He'll win that one. On the near side, skirmish forward ensues on. Riels work it free. Back to the point, Lambert. He'll play it along. Lambert gets it right back to Sukit. He'll work it down low. Back to Sukit. Sukit walks in, cuts, fires, stays with it into the feet. Stick battle for it, picked up, and that went off the lumber of Salmon just wide on the opportunity from Brzezinski. Back to the point for Lambert. Across for Sukit. Right in front, and that one just sticked wide by Brzezinski. And Cole Davis plays that at the line across. There's a shot through traffic. Puck bounces up in front of the goal. Riels stay with it. 1:15 on the man advantage. Brzezinski feeds that off to his captain quickly across. Sukit takes it off the boards. Looks for Lambert. Now cuts in. Thinks about firing. Back to Lambert. Lambert waits. Fires through traffic. And that one off the stick. Pops up. And the Hawks clear after taking a big hit as Turner. And here's some retaliation there for Brzezinski. Meanwhile, Sukit turns that one over. Short-handed. Garino walks in and deflected off the stick of Bollinger and up into the netting at 11:44. And look at that. Great turnover opportunity. Short-handed, just played over the netting. Bollinger makes a good work there to get his stick on that. 46 seconds remaining on the man advantage. Riels look to go ahead ice. And St. Boniface walks right up Broadway. Play back now. Bollinger puts on the brakes, cuts around, works it down low. Back to the point. Balkinuk. He'll work it to Mager. Feed across. Back to the point. Balkinuk looks around, makes a move, trying to get past Kurlak as he'll watch the two guys at the point. Now cut down low as it gets put back to the point and across. Bollinger stretching it free. And that one getting in on goal. Salmon with the answer. Balkinuk across to Bollinger. Puck played down low, 4 to go in the man advantage. Deflected, it's in the goal. Power play goal. And it's now a 5-2 lead for the Riels. It's Alex Van Dynes again getting the tip in. So 2 goals here late from Van Dynes. And now it's a 3-goal lead for his squad. Here's a look at the replay. And there's Van Dyne, stretches out, gets a stick on it. And that one might just do it to put Briggs' squad out of reach. He'll work it quickly ahead though to Lewis. They still got a good opportunity as Briggs looking for the hat trick, couldn't get it on the 5-hole. 10:40 to go. Bollinger picks up the assist. And Balkinuk as well with the assist. Dolinski across. And that one's smothered up by Domingo at 10:32. And off the draw. Picked up Riels, look to turn up ice. Sukit on it. Walks in. And that feed won't go. Here's an opportunity on the other way. Quick counter. Walking in comes Charleswood. And the pad save on the opportunity. It looked like from McPherson. Trying to see the last digit of that number. And that was Van Alstyne. Cutting through traffic. Wodowich turns, fires loose in front. Simon down. And what a stop. And Simon gets interfered with. It's a penalty. It should be a penalty. I mean, they point to a near side draw. I thought that was a penalty there on Sukit, who was over him at the end. Or the net just came off the moorings. So no goaltender interference. Here's a look at the replay. And what a stop as Wodowich comes in, cuts across. Rebound was there. and stretched out to make the stop was Salmon. Pass across and off the stick of McPherson into the attack zone. Domingo on it. Back half here of the third period. Ringer's got to go. That one came past him and pushed ahead by the Riels on the far side. And back past Danchuk. Deflection. He opened up the scoring. Ringer and Garino on that loose puck. He'll cut to the near side. And Garino looks up ice. He'll play it in on the back end, and that one gets over Domingo's stick. Alex Domingo plays that ahead. Stick battle for it. Played back here. And glove down. Kinenwich's shot comes into the corner boards where it's scooped up by the Riels. Riels play it to the far side. Stick battle on it. And Ringer works that free. Loose puck. Cleared in here by Charleswood. Battle for it. Charleswood jars that one free, turns it right back over to Wodowich. And Stevenson picks that one up. Wayman leaves it back. And Ringer walks in. We got a penalty coming up. And now smothered up by Domingo. And we'll see what the call is. Here's a look at the replay. And somewhere right in there was the call on the slash against one of the Riels players. It's going to be Denichuk going to the sin bin for 2 minutes. Time of the penalty is 11:25. So Hawks back on the power play, which is operating at 33%. That one comes in on goal and it's held on for a whistle. Off the draw. Verson looks around. He'll work that one. Gets it right back. Fires through traffic. Deflected on the doorstep. Domingo makes the stop. Charleswood quickly works it across. Verson shot right off the iron. Good play there. Ringer holds the zone. And can't hold that one as that shot just gets enough of his stick to come out of the zone. Ringer plays that one in. Cycling around with it. Verson picks it up. Walks in. Fires. Puck deflected straight up and now out of play at 7:53. Good. 2 quick opportunities there for the Hawks. And they got 78 seconds remaining on the man advantage. Off the drop. Puck pushed into the corner boards, and that one cleared all the way in on Salmon. He'll leave that one for Dolinsky. He'll look to go up ice. 1:05 on the man advantage. Johnson plays it to the far side. Puck in behind Domingo. And that shot is cleared all the way down the ice. Bring us a stoppage of play. And now picked up. Scooped up by McPherson. And that one fired right into the coaches there on the Riels bench. Off the drop. Riels walk in, short-handed opportunity through traffic. Suka fires just off the mark. That one comes out to Bollinger. He'll play it across. Circling around is Lambert. And he goes to clear. Quickly out of the zone. Hawks ahead. One last push. on the man advantage. Vickerson's passes it across. That comes out of the zone. Hawks power play will go to 1 of 4. Lewis on the near side. 6:30 to go here in regulation. His squad down by 3. Riels wait. Head pass. Picked up now by Davis. Cleared into the zone. He'll give chase. Van Alstyne on it. Plays it to the far side. As Van Alstyne gets knocked down. Stick battle for it. Sukit trying to work it free. Loose puck. Hawks play that one off the linesman, and they're going to say it touched a member of one of the Hawks players on the bench, so stay in the zone. 6:01 to go in regulation. Shot total is 37-32 in favor of the Riels. 2 goals by Van Dynes has got some insurance for them. As they win the draw, Van Dynes right in front looking for the hat trick, deflected wide of the goal by Anderson, and he has that one worked away from him by McPherson. Riels, they'll work that across. Now to the far side. St. Boniface walking in. And that one just up over the stick and away. Now in tight battle for it. Van Dynes plays that one off, and that one gets blocked to go the other way. Ross dumps that one in wide of the goal. Dewinski with some pressure. Van Dynes clears that one out off Stevenson and down the ice. Stevenson scoops it up. 5:14 to go. Hawks work up ice on the far side. Now cutting up Broadway's Ringer. And he's knocked off the puck. Dubois picks up on the turnover. Walks back. Turner takes a spill. And loose in front. 2 quick saves in quick succession there for Salmon. As it's played to the far side. Turner's called at the line for offside. And they're going to say on the near side that Ringer couldn't tag and hold the line. 4:51 to go in regulation. Shots in the period, 10 for the Riels. Meanwhile, 6 in favor of the Charleswood Hawks. And after some discussion, we got a penalty coming here. So Zachary Domingo goes to the sin bin. Hawks power play percentage 25% in the game. We'll get another go. Off the draw. Charleswood. Pass across. Now looking. And that shot deflected just wide from Ringer. And that was Lewis on the deflection, looking for his 3rd point. He'll work at a Ringer. Across. Vickerson down low for Lewis. In front. Stick on it. There's a shot by Van Alstyne. He takes a cross check in the back. Referee had his back turned and no call. They'll let them play with the physicality in front. Ringer plays it across. Feistinius amping up in front. Ringer shot. Didn't get much on it. And he'll try again from Vickerson. Another deflection there by Davis. Battle for it. Hawks work it free. Quick shot by Ringer. Deflected in front. And Domingo holds on. 1:11 on the man advantage. 4:01 in regulation. As Morrison makes an exit from the game. Kerlick in on the draw. Hawks win that one back. Pass across for Johnson. Fires! And that one stopped. Puck played ahead by Johnson. Skirmish for it on the near side. Back to Johnson. And he can't hold the point. He'll work it across for Tate Dewinski. Dewinski looks. David Johnson moves up. And Dewinski plays that one back. Stevenson cuts up on the far side. And he'll walk into the attack zone. 35 seconds on the man advantage. Hawks need one now on this power play as that's behind the goal for Salmon. Lewinsky ahead, and Kulik fans on that. Picked off by Sukit, and Sukit works that one. He'll get that one back from Bershinsky. Stick battle for it. Goes into the attack zone. Johnson quickly ahead though for Charleswood. Puck dumped in on goal. Lambert. He'll work that up for the Riels on the near side. We are back to even strength. Hawks power play falls to 20%. On the near side, Bershinsky fires across, backhander in on goal, and holding on to the opportunity from Davis to Salmon. And there's a look at the pass ahead. Good, quick, short-handed opportunity there as the penalty ended by the Riels. Back to even strength. Stick battle for it. Suka plays it in down low. Bershinsky tangle up with Garino. Battle for it. Davis kicks that ahead. Hawks on it. Big hit. And that puck trying to work it out of the zone and doesn't quite make it there as Turner cycles back. 2:15 to go in regulation as the Hawks cut up ice. And there's a little bit of a tie-up and a takedown. Referees let them play there as the physicality will start to amp up. There's a shot by Lewinsky off the glove and wide. Ringer holds the zone. Garino now with it across for Lewinsky. Salmon stays in goal. 1:51 to go. Cycling around. Quick shot by Lewinsky. He's held on for a whistle. 1:44 to go in regulation. Shot totals 39-34 in favor of the Riels. Up 5-2 in this one. Off the draw. Right in front. And Charleswood picks up the loose puck. Work back to the point. Shaw gloves that to himself. Plays it down low for Lewis. Vigorson now picks that up in front for Lewis, and they couldn't connect. Looking for the one-timer. 90 seconds to go. And the road blockade makes the Riels offside. As Dolinski looks up ice. Dolinski cutting ahead. And now a skirmish in behind the Riels goal. Continue to battle at it. 65 seconds remaining in regulation. As we hit the final minute here of the third. Loose puck, Salmon strikes out there. Stretches out to work that free. And he'll be played up here by the Hawks on the near side. Kulak now with it. He'll work that one in. 40 seconds to go. He's nudged off the puck. Hawks play that one back. And that shot off the pad. Able to get down on it is Domingo. Loose puck picked up. And now out of the zone walking in. Mager plays that across. And then sticked away there as Danchuk was looking to fire that one. Stick battle continues on. As they'll battle away. And there's the horn. So this one's over. The Riels take it by a score of 5-2. We have our 3 stars of the game and a look at where everyone sits after. 5-2 final. Scoring summary for the third period. Alex Van Dyne's his 5th unassisted at 5:57. And at 9:01, Alex Van Dyne's his 6th on the man advantage from Lucas Bollinger and Dylan Bakunuk. With that, we'll head to today's 3 stars in this one. Starting it off, our 3rd star in today's game from the Charleswood Hawks with 2 assists, number 19, Elliot Lewis. Their second star in today's game from the Charleswood Hawks with 2 goals, number 18, Kalen Briggs. And the first star in today's game from their St. Boniface Riels with 2 goals, number 94, Alex Van Dynes. With that, we'll take a quick look here at the standings and the out-of-town scoreboard. And there's a look at it, and mind you, that's my bad there. I just realized I forgot to flip the Twins and the Jets logos, so don't look at the logos. We'll quickly look over here at the out-of-town scoreboard and where the teams sit. The Express won earlier, so they're still 2 points up on the Riels as they had a 6-2 win against the Twins. Raiders won 4-3 over the Royal Knights. So the Jets are going to come up past the Royal Knights as they held on for a 6-0 win. Garshinsky got his second of the game to tack on to that one. So as we look here at the standings, the Express lead with 41 points. The Riels picking up their 18th win, have 39, so still to be 2 points back. And all these teams with 1 game before the Christmas break. Charleswood Hawks stay set in third with 30 points. As Jets move up. They got the tiebreaker over the Royal Knights with 27 points in fourth. Royal Knights, they'll have 27 points as well, sitting in fifth spot. Meanwhile, the Twins will stay ahead with the tiebreaker over the Rares Junior Hockey Club. Both those teams have 22 points now. And the Canucks will look to get within 2 points of both those teams, trying to pick up 2 points out in Pembina Valley as the Victorias sit with 15 behind them and the Twisters sit with 4. With that, I'm your host, Bentley Brett, for this one, as the St. Boniface Riels pick up win number 18. The Hawks drop their 7th game. It's a 5-2. Riels win thanks to 2 goals off the stick of Alex Van Dynes in the third period. And thanks for watching this one, and we'll see you all for the next broadcast. Until then, take care and enjoy the nightcap game in between the Pembina Valley Twisters and the St. James Junior Canucks. Have a good night.